Hello there, Boyded Reviews, with heavy spoilers coming your way for the Red Ribbon Army saga you have been warned. So I have pretty much finished the Red Ribbon Army saga, and it's pretty much divided into 3 sagas: the Red Ribbon Army saga, the General Blue saga, and the Commander Red saga. But I think I'll just give a general review of what I thought of the entire saga overall. So let's talk about the good. For the first half of the saga, I liked how Goku spent the majority of this arc on his own. He has to figure out how to get out of tough situations all by himself, and I like the characters he meets up and helps out in the end. He really grows up in this arc. When you first meet Goku in the first episode, he's on his own. It's pretty much him, especially towards the latter half of the Commander Red saga when Teo kills Upa's father Bora, which I found quite surprising. I wasn't expecting to see any emotional character deaths this early on in the show, despite us just understanding and knowing who Appa and Bora are. I like how when he first meets them and he sees the tower, he thinks of using his Nimbus to go up the tower, but when he sees how the father and son live in just the way they do, Goku can just see how much they are struggling to get by, but they don't let it bother them. It's a part of life, and I think that's when Goku realizes that he must use his own 2 hands to climb the tower instead of using something else to help him climb the tower with, which is where we get to my favorite part of this saga, which is pretty much the entire Corin Tower arc. Is definitely my favorite part. I love this whole idea of Goku climbing this gigantic tower and then meeting this really mysterious sensei, and he has to try and get this water of life. And I love how in the end we found out that the water was just ordinary tap water, and the true power was Goku training with the cat, him climbing the tower. It wasn't some external source that was going to give him ultimate power. It was the training and hard work that he had to do to get the power he needed, which is a good life lesson for kids and adults alike. When we came to the tower and Goku found out he had to train for 3 years to eventually get the water of life, just like what Master Roshi did, I thought this is where we're going to switch to the time skip where Goku is all grown up, but no, it only takes about 3 days, which is pretty impressive for this little kid. My gosh, Teo is out of all the villains the most ruthless, dangerous, and intimidating foe, but he has a certain elegance and he's very sophisticated and proper. He cares about his appearance and whether his clothes are dirty or not. And Goku and Teo's fights did get pretty damn extreme. There were some moments where I was like, whoa. There were quite a few moments which really took a turn, which I didn't expect. Commander Red throughout the entire series has just been talking down to his main subordinate dude, and according to Wiki his name is called Staff Officer Black, which could be deemed as problematic, but it is what it is. It was the mid-80s, it is what it is. But when the officer just comes into the room and just kills Commander Red like he did, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't expect this dude to be the quote-unquote final antagonist for this entire saga. I thought the commander would get his powers and then fight Goku and maybe transform into something like Goku Moria when he battled Luffy in One Piece. I loved how Bulma, Master Roshi, Yamcha, and the rest of the gang all wanted to go and help Goku out, showing their friendship and love towards Goku. And I like how Bulma acknowledges that Goku's grown up. He's not just randomly charging into battle and just not really coming up with a plan. He's doing this to bring his friend's father back to life, which is really heartwarming, and I really like that. Yes, we had the tournament arc in the previous main saga, but my gosh, this entire saga was just action upon action. There were so many fights. I do like the filler episodes so far. There's an episode with Goku, Bulma, and Yamcha at an amusement park. I know it was a filler episode, which was in the beginning of this arc, but I don't know, dude, I kind of liked it. I know many Dragon Ball Z fans say that Kai is the better version, but if Kai deletes some of these filler episodes, then I may end up just watching the original because, mate, I like these wholesome moments. But let's talk about the mixed aspect of this saga, which is more or less the first half of the Ribbon saga, which was the Red Ribbon Army saga, where Goku is in that snowy village and he meets the Frankenstein monster. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit bored with this arc. There were some cool moments here and there. I did like the change in location. The Jingle Village episodes gave me a warm, Christmassy vibe. But with that out of the way, let's talk about the bad. And unfortunately, it was mainly the General Blue saga. It was mainly the Penguin Village arc. in this saga that I didn't like. I think after multiple rewatches, this arc may be a little bit more enjoyable, but on the first time watching it, I just thought it was a bit bizarre what was going on. Everyone was just a little bit off and a little bit kooky, and I didn't know how to feel about it, dude. All these characters are just really bizarre. It gives me a Jetsons vibe, which I kind of like, but it felt like filler to me. The only main thing that I got from it was just the whole idea of Goku trying to take out the General Blue guy. I don't hate the arc, it just does feel a bit fillerish to me with all these weird and wacky characters, but I must admit that one of the kids really has an interesting power, how he's able to use his mind to create any device, which is really damn useful. I think Bulma said her father was a mechanic. My gosh, this kid will completely put Bulma's family out of the business. But that's really it. I just wasn't really a huge fan of this entire saga overall. I did prefer the first two arcs, and I think that is mainly due to the fact that the first two sagas were really short. 13 episodes per saga, I think. This entire saga, the Red Ribbon Army saga, was really long, and now that they're all defeated, they are going to meet this fortune teller lady who will help Goku find his missing Dragon Ball. I think I'll give this saga a 7 out of 10, and I'll give it a B+. I think the latter half of the saga towards the end really helped it, and it made me appreciate what was going on overall. But tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think of this? Do you agree with me or not? Tell me. Like for more, but thank you for watching, and as always, a boy to the view signing out.